So Nitish, today we will read about conversion of muscle to meat uh,
Yes.
in the course Fresh Meat Technology. And earlier we have studied about the different aspect of fresh meat, its structure. So now it's time to read how the fresh muscle we had obtained from slaughtered animal will be converted into meat. So after slaughter of the animal, there are several changes which are going to occur by which the muscle will be converted into meat. So
Mm.
first we have to know about what is meat. So in simple term, meat is the post-Riger aspect of muscle. What muscle we had obtained after slaughter of the animal will be converted into meat. So during conversion of muscle to meat, there are several biochemical or physiological events which will take place that will cause the conversion of muscle to meat. And while studying conversion of muscle to meat, we have to keep in mind that three processes are important. First process is that the glucose or glycogen which are present in muscle will be converted into lactic acid that will cause the decrease in the pH.
Yes.
So that will lead to the ultimate pH point. That is the first point. After that, second point is that after the decrease in pH, the rigor mortis will take place. That which cause the toughening of the meat. Why rigor mortis is occurring? This is occur because the calcium present in sarcoplasmic reticulum will act and release in the sarcoplasm and cause the permanent actin myosin bond formation. So due to that, rigor mortis will occur. After that, third event is resolution of rigor. What the toughening meat has obtained during rigor mortis will be loose due to the action of several endogenous enzymes, due to several microbial changes that will cause the conversion of the tough meat into tender one, by which the meat can be purposefully edible. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
before conversion of muscle to meat, we know that there are the several procedures we have learned. We have you have learned in that avatar courses that first we are stunning the animal. After that, we are sticking the animal, by which there is the release of blood. The release of blood, we will call it as bleeding, or we can also call it as assanguation. So
Mm.
assanguation is to immediate lots of oxygen supply to the muscle, causing the decrease in the oxygen from the body, because the blood is lost from the body. So there is a loss of oxygen from the body system, leading to loss of homeostasis, by which the respiratory chain, what we called several steps are there, that is glycolysis, electron transport chain, Krebs cycle. Lot of these systems are there which are maintaining homeostasis, by which the ATP production, all these things are happening in normal animal. But after the slaughter, this whole cascade mechanism will be lost, so animal will be dead. Okay, so this is the uh, somewhat in short what we will read in conversion of muscle to meat. And first, after that, I told earlier that glycolysis is the major step which cause reduction in the pH of the muscle, by which rigor mortis will occur. And during that, what will happen? Anaerobic condition will occur, and this uh, lactic acid form and decrease in the pH, ultimate pH will be obtained. So we have to read what are the cardinal changes in the conversion of muscle to meat. So what are the major changes which we will see during conversion of muscle to meat? Okay, first one is loss of homeostasis. Second one is post-mortem glycolysis and pH decline. Third one is rigor mortis. Fourth one is loss of protection from invading microbes. Fifth one is degradation due to proteolytic enzyme, what we call that dissolution of ligand. So they are will act like calpain, calpastatin, or what we call cathepsin will act. Due to that, loss of structural integrity will be there. So these are the basic steps which we have to read in detail. I will discuss all these points in next slide. one by one. So first one is loss of homeostasis. As you know that in body, in a living animal or living human beings, the homeostatic mechanism play a very crucial role because it is maintaining the normal physiological balanced internal environment by which we are able to cope with the stresses of different environmental conditions. You know that when we are going to that higher altitude, what will happen there? There will be a loss, or there will be decrease in oxygen tension. So where when we are going here, we are increasing the respiration rate because the oxygen consumption has been increased because in one respiration rate we are getting less oxygen, but we have a particular constant amount of oxygen requirement for our body. So to cope up this, we are increasing the respiration rate. That which what we call as polypnea condition will be arises there. So like that, we are maintaining the homeostasis there. Okay, so homeostatic will cope up with the stresses of oxygen, temperature, buffer condition, pH, everything. So this is the normal homeostasis in live animal. But when animal has been slaughtered, his nervous activity will be stop working after 4 to 6 minutes after bleeding. So homeostatic mechanism will be lost after the blood supply has been gone. Body temperature is will be decreased. What we call one term is there. We have learned in pathology. Algor mortis, not rigor mortis. Algor mortis. ALGOR MORTIS. So that is algor mortis. The blood supply will be followed by decrease in temperature. That is algor mortis. And so this homeostatic loss is very initial condition in conversion of muscle to meat, and after that second step is decline in pH. You know that due to the loss of homeostasis, what will occur? The blood will be lost, oxygen supply will be lost, so the anaerobic condition will be there. Anaerobic condition will cause the stimulation of glycolysis, where there will be the conversion of the glycogen or glucose present in body to lactic acid, which will cause decrease in the pH. This decrease in pH is the most desirable condition for muscle to meet, because this decrease in pH cause some physiological or some physiological changes. There will be denaturation of protein that will cause a decrease in water holding capacity, that will cause increased light scattering. So several changes are there occurs due to the decline in pH. And this decline in pH and the rate of decline in pH or the speed of the decline in pH is influenced by several factors like food animals. What are the categories? Is so this decline in pH will be very fast in pig and poultry, but this will be very slow in case of cattle, buffalo, sheep, goat, due to the changes or due to the variability in the glycogen concentration in the muscle in the meat. So various police lot of factors, environmental temperature will also affect this declining pH. How temperature affect declining pH? In that summer condition, the temperature will be high around 35 to 40 degrees Celsius. Due to that, what the glycolytic enzyme activity will be also higher. So the decline in pH will be very fast. Apart from this, in winter condition, the temperature are around 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. So by which the enzymatic activity will be slow. So the decline in pH will be also slow. So these are the various factors, how they are affecting the decline in pH, their rate and extent of their glycolysis. So what general we have studied is that pH drop steady in the first to 7 hours. So the rate of decline in pH in initial hours or initial time is very fast, because the somewhat enzyme activity will be active. The glycogen concentration will be fully utilized in initial condition. So what will happen? The rate of decline will be fast in first few hours. After that, what will happen? The enzymatic activity will be slow. The glycogen reserves are up to some extent has been declined. So the decline in pH will be very, very slow. It will take around 50 to 20 hours to decrease pH from 0.2 to 0.3 unit. So we have to consider this point also. And what we have to know that this decline in pH causes the meat to reach ultimate pH. The ultimate pH is around 5.5 to 5.7. This will vary according to the species and the extent of glycogen concentration in the initial stage of the muscle. Like that, these are the conditions. Okay, but from what pH this pH has been reduced? This pH has been reduced from 6.8 to 7.2. That is the normal physiological pH of the muscle. So this and this. I told that this rate of the pH declining enhanced at high temperature, and this will have effect on the proliferating growth of microbes. When we are getting meat initially, that is sterile meat, but while processing, we are getting certain contamination from the environment, hidden skin, knife processing, water. Lot of these processing techniques will add microbial contaminant to the meat. So if we will not maintain the pH up to chilling temperature, that microbes will grow and causes spoilage and causes a decreasing the quality of the meat. So and if we will consider now the rate in decline of pH and the temperature, we are getting to extreme condition that is called as meat quality defect. One is PSC, that is pale sauce out oxidative, and another is DFD, that is dark from and dye meat. So if we will talk of PSC meat, that PSC is a normal in pork, and it is due to acute stress in the animal, and due to acute stress, what will happen? The pH decline will be very fast. Even the body temperature of the animal will be, even the meat temperature will be very high. So that will cause the denaturation of the muscle protein, by which water holding capacity will be lost. If water holding capacity has been lost, the muscle will become soft and the light scratching will be more, so the muscle looks like pale in color. So that condition is pale soft exudative. Apart from this, that is DFD condition, that is dark from and dye. This is a normal condition in this muscle, and this occurs due to the chronic condition. Chronic condition causes what will happen? The glucose will be the glucose concentration will be declined in the animal body before slaughter. So when we will slaughter, there is not enough glucose for conversion into lactic acid. So the pH will be higher, more than the ultimate pH. So the condition will be, what will happen? So there will be no denaturation of protein. So water holding capacity will be high. So the high water holding capacity will make the meat firm, and the light scattering will be decreased. So light scattering causes the meat to be look darker. So this DFD condition will arise. So you have to differentiate PSC and DFD very nicely. I will give some matter. I will discuss one whole lecture about DFD, PSC, and DFD. In short, this was there. After that, third step is rigor mortis. Rigor mortis, what we call is that is stiffening of muscle after death. So, due to the contraction mechanism, the rigor mortis will occur, and the relaxation is not occur in dead animal. Only contraction will occur. That's why there will be permanent ectomyosin bridge will be formed, and the rigor mortis will occur. So, and this for this rigor mortis to occur, complex ATP will be required. When rigor mortis will occur, ATP will be required. Okay, and for relaxation, ATP complex with magnesium at certain concentration will be required for relaxation of muscle. But after death of the animal, ATP will be decreases slowly, and no ATP will be there to relax the muscle. So there will be permanent ectomyosin form bond, and by which the muscle will be slowly loses its extensibility and will become tough. Okay, in that is called as, in initial this process is very slow, so this is called delayed phase of rigor mortis. After that, the ectomyosin bond will be formed very fast, and nearly all the 100% ectomyosin bond will be formed. This will cause the complete extensibility of the muscle, that is called as onset phase of rigor mortis. And it has been seen that when all the creatine phosphate is depleted in the muscle, so the ADP present is not converted into ATP, so muscle will be quite extensible, and this will phase, and this marks called the completion of rigor mortis. So creatine phosphate depletion is utilized as the indicator of the completion of the rigor mortis. Okay, so we have to remember this. After that, loss of protection against invading microbes. So during conversion of muscle to meat, we have lost homeostasis. So due to loss of homeostasis, the body defense mechanism will stop working. Its membrane properties will be lost. So there will be chances that microbes can be easily pass the barrier of the membranes and will act upon the muscle protein or muscle nutrition and degrade seriously, by which spoilage will occur. That's why when after slaughtering the animal, we are keeping the muscle or pre-rider meat into chilling condition or decreased temperature condition, by which the hygienic condition will be maintained, the microbial contamination activity will be delayed or stopped. So we have to consider this point also. After loss of structural integrity, so what the toughness we have obtained during rigor mortis will be loosened now, because the tough meat we can't eat. So the nature has given some mechanism by which the tough meat will be converted into somewhat tender meat, which can be edible, which can be processed into product. For that, there are two categories of enzyme present in the muscle system. First category of enzyme is calcium dependent enzyme like calpain, calcium activated sarcoplasmic factor. So, and second category of enzymes is autosomal enzymes. Autosomal enzymes are actually cathepsins, and these are obtained from lysosome bursting. So, these are the enzymes will act upon the muscle and will cause tenderness of the meat, and we will see how they will act. So these enzymes will cause loss of structural integrity. So calpain, that is calcium activated sarcoplasmic factor, will act upon different cytoskeletal structure of the meat and will loosen that structure. But this calpain and CSF will not act upon ectomyosin bond. They will not able to act they will not able to break the ectomyosin bond, but they will able to break the jet line, desmin, or even other proteinous cytoskeleton structure, and this calpain will not able to act upon connective tissue protein also. But apart from that, one enzyme calpastatin is there. So calpastatin is the anti of this CASF. When calpastatin concentration will be more, so CASF or calpain will not able to act in efficient manner. So meat will be tough. That's why we have some research finding that the meat from Indian beef and the meat from exotic beef, there is a slight difference in the toughness due to the difference in calpastatin concentration. The meat which we are getting from Indian beef is more tender due to the less calpastatin, because the calpain will act efficiently. But the meat which we are getting from exotic breeds, the meat will be tough because the calpastatin concentration is more. So CS or calpain will not able to act efficiently, by which the meat will be tough. Okay, so this is the regarding loss of structural integrity. So again, we will summarize the conversion of muscle to meat is a sequence of biochemical event. There is a loss of homeostasis, decrease in body conditions, what we call rigor mortis, and these rigor mortis will cause a decrease in the oxygen supply in the body that will shift from to glycolysis to anaerobic conditions, leading to accumulation of lactic acid, which will cause attainment of ultimate pH, followed by replacement of ATP and increase in muscle tension. These are the several steps. Again, which is I think what I had explained is repeating. So decrease in ATP causes disruption of structural integrity of protein, and decrease in pH ensures causes sarcoplasmic protein denaturation, which will lead to water holding capacity decrement, thereby affecting sensory attributes of the muscle. And what we are reading that there is a ultimate attainment of the pH. So at this pH is somewhat closer to the isoelectric point of meat proteins. At isoelectric point, what will happen? The charge on the various parts of the protein molecule will be lost. There will be zero charge. So there will be a decrease in the space between muscle filaments, by which the water will not able to retain their water will go out, by which the water holding capacity of the meat will be decreased during at isoelectric pH. Okay. So after that, what will happen? Regulation of rigor mortis. There will be breakdown of ZDX, no effect on ectomyosin bond, and the product what we are getting after these changes is known as meat. So, but what I am telling that the resolution of rigor. in Indian condition, what we are seeing that we are eating the meat just after slaughtering the animal. So there is no process of rigor mortis and resolution of rigor. Okay, that's why the meat which we are eating is very reliable or very preferable. But in foreign countries, there is a concept that we, after a slaughter of the meat and the rigor mortis, we are keeping the meat for some time for resolution of rigor, what we called aging. Okay, so aging is the natural, not natural phenomena. Aging is a what we call the aging is a artificial phenomena. The humans are doing. Humans are doing what? Humans are doing. They are holding the carcass in which rigor mortis has been passed above freezing point, so as to cause microbial changes which lead to enhancement in tenderness or increasing the flavor of meat. And this enhancement in flavor is mainly due to the conversion of ATP to ADP followed by inosine monophosphate and hypoxanthine. The inosine monophosphate and hypoxanthine will be responsible for the characteristic flavor of the meat. And during this aging or elution of rigor, so the protein and fat also undergo some microbiological changes. There will be formation of hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, acetaldehyde, acetone, and diacetyl that will in certain optimal condition which give characteristic flavor to the meat. And there will be also protein degradation during conversion of muscle to meat, lead to development of some characteristic meat flavor. And I already told that the microbial spoilage due to the endogenous enzymes, there will be the increase in the tenderness of muscle. Okay, and in last aging period will vary according to the species. For cattle 14 days, sheep and goat 7 days, and for pig 5 days, chicken for 2 days. So this is regarding the in short aging of the meat. Aging, we are saying that aging are two types. That is dry aging and wet aging. In dry aging is a traditional procedure in which first we are after slaughtering the animal and passing of the rigor, we are just holding the carcass in dry room, and we are not using any packaging method, and we are just maintaining the temperature of around around the zero, temperature above freezing point, and we are maintaining the speed so there is no loss of moisture from the carcass, and meat will be changed, and the time will be more around 14 days or to 1 month. But in wet aging, this is a commercial practice nowadays which we are following by industry, in which what they are doing after slaughtering, the carcass will be converted into some cut up parts into subprimal cuts or primal cuts. After that, that primal cuts will be vacuum packed. After vacuum packaging, they are keeping the meat above freezing point of the meat, and the time required for this aging is very less in compared to dry aging. So nowadays, the wet aging is in demand, and the time required is less, the cost required is less, the electricity and labor required is less. And this is regarding the wet aging, and I will discuss this aging in detail also if you want. And this is in short about conversion of muscle to meat. Okay, it is.
Sir, send the PDF, sir.
Huh?
Send the PDF
Send PDF or PPT?
or PPT, sir.
Okay, I will send the detail PDF. I also have one book regarding this, in which the conversion of muscle to meat, basics of fresh meat, various structure and chemistry of tissues, and all the aspects of fresh meat technology has been dealt very nicely in that book. I will share with you. Okay, and this slide I also share with you, and you just read for the mock quiz, because the Dean PG sir was telling in beginning only of lecture that you just conduct, because in July maybe your internal or your midterm exam will be conducted for your evaluation that will be considered in your mark sheet. So you read accordingly, and tomorrow we will conduct quiz. Are you ready for quiz tomorrow?
Okay, sir.
Huh? And your health is now good. Are you suffering from fever still?
Somewhat there's little fever.
You just take care, and you just uh, consult doctor if you have any problem, because this is a very serious issue nowadays.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and if any testing is required, you just go for this. So I
Yes.
will conclude lecture now. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.